Wonder where we will... God, oh God. No, 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 no. Fuck. Ugh. Cold, cold, cold. Is that warm? That's not warm, is it? There's no fire.
Stanley took me to this lovely old tree on the cliffs overlooking the sea.
1985.
It was just the perfect spot. Then I saw there were notches carved into the trunk. I pointed them out to him and asked him how many other girls had he brought here. Stanley laughed and said when he was just a lad, he and his dad would come to the same spot for picnics, and Paddy would notch the tree to show how much Stanley had grown. I turned as red as a beetroot and muttered some kind of apology. When we sat down to eat lunch, I saw another notch at the base of the tree. When I asked him what that one was for, he winked and said, Margaret Kane.
Okie dokie. Gotta go get warm. Real quick. Don't break in now. That's... oh, okay, it starts again. Good. Is there, when you strand in Iceland, is there really that good a network of warm
the summers
stuff everywhere?
Beautiful. The palazzas are full of tourists, so Stanley and I blend right in. But even in the sea of anonymous faces, we have to be careful. Today, I was sitting in the park with my lunch when this young man with a big fancy camera came up to me. He was handsome and stylish, a real artsy type, and he asked if he could take some photos of me. Obviously, I had to say no. But then he said something that caught me off guard. He said that my eyes were the saddest he'd ever seen. Of course they are, he said. I'm Irish. I left everything on the bench and disappeared into the crowd.
Okay. They are hiding. Because of obvious reasons. So she was just maybe something about her dad. We had that. He was in prison for something. Maybe he's searching for her and others as well. Maybe a criminal organization after them, because I don't know.
Mother begged me not to go, but I assured her it was a peaceful rally. Molly wouldn't go with me. She was afraid the army would show up. So I dragged Stanley with me. I thought for sure he'd want to be there because his father was one of the speakers. Paddy Whitaker was an electrifying presence. People were cheering and clapping as he spoke about the end to the violence, a peaceful end to the troubles. He spoke with such conviction, I nearly wept. But when I looked over at Stanley, he was wearing fucking headphones and messing with his cassette player. He said he'd heard it all before. I couldn't believe it. He has no idea how lucky he is.
Okay, so Stanley's father was some kind of maybe politician or something, or yeah. He anyway was preaching for peace, right? Peaceful. Spoke about the end of the violence. Peaceful end. Maybe it's about what it's called, the IRA, Irish kind of terrorist stuff, and yeah, he searched for because of his father, and she searched for because he ran away from her dad, who was maybe one of the terrorists. I don't know. 1280 for one. Stanley, listen to me. Use these 5 numbers. 5 numbers. 5 numbers. 31280 it is then, huh? 31280. Okay, 31280. 31280. Did I already fuck it up? No. 31280. That's right. Okay. For... I don't know. When I'm supposed to use them, I don't know. And how would she know that I had to... Here?
First a shelter.
3.
Now this lock.
1. 8.
I've got to find a way
2,
through.
0. Was that a yes? No. Was it? 3, 1, 2, 8, 0.
I don't believe it. Those numbers from the journal. This makes no sense.
Yeah, how did she know? Mysterious. Am I really supposed to... Those numbers will save you, so... I'm just gonna trust. 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 Oh my god. Oh, you wanna make some light or something? Dive again? Okay. Come on. Light. Light. Very nice. And a ladder. Even nicer. Ooh.
Still alive.
Still alive. Some hotness. Okay. How did she know? How would you know? Mysterious. Really mysterious. She couldn't have... No.
Get warm.
Yeah, okay. I'm running.
Got to get warm.
Yeah. Is that's no warm. God damn, there's fire.
Oh, this valve.
This valve?
Maybe.
I don't know, come on. Oh, ooh. Okay.
That's good. Oh, thank God.
Getting closer. Should I continue this way? Maybe. She could have not have known that we would crash. Because of... At this very place. Because of birds flying around. That would be a nice magic
I don't know
trick.
what's wrong with that man. Stanley came into Rory's pub tonight, sweaty and out of breath. His eye was swollen, his lip was bleeding, and he looked as proud as a peacock. He and one of his no-good mates went messing into East Belfast to stir up trouble. Stanley had the brilliant idea to spray the Story Plough over a Unionist mural, but they got caught by some locals and they got into a scrap. Rory thought that was a gas and bought Stanley a pint. I told Stanley he was an idiot. What if he'd been caught by the guard or the UVF? They'd have bloody killed him. But he was just too proud of himself to listen.
Okay, the Story Plough. I don't know what it is. Unionist mural. I'm not that... I'm not that well informed about Irish history. But I'll try to keep that in mind. Let's see which direction this is gonna go. Another shelter that is not for us to enter. It's really cold, man. Come on. Now we're getting close. Now we are definitely getting close. Okay, what?
Is this another bunker? How many are there?
Was that a good idea to open that? Not sure. Staying warm at least. LVT.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Everything's frozen. And I'm running out of time.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, we opened a warm shortcut. What for? Let's check this place over there. Let's check in that direction. Oh, there's something. Something indeed.
My face hurts from
My
trying to
face.
smile all night. I can't blame Stanley. There's no way he could have known. He's not that cruel. He knew I was named after Beethoven's opera and just assumed that I'd be a fan. But it was my father who loved the opera. He'd blast those records into the night. and stagger about with a half-empty bottle, waving it in time with the music. It was terrifying. But I loved Stanley. So I gripped his hand and smiled through the entire performance.
Okay. Yeah, Fidelio. The
pipes. They must all be connected.
Title of the game. Fidelio Incident. That is named after an opera by Beethoven.
Stanley,
Obviously, I don't know.
Oh, it's so cold. I can't stop shivering. My leg, it's gone numb. At least it doesn't hurt anymore. I might have fallen asleep. Oh, I thought I heard voices. I don't remember what time it is. I think it'll be dark soon.
Oh, please not.
But I don't think I'll make it through the night. Stanley, you've got to stay warm.
Oh, God. Hypothermia must be setting in.
Wait. She crashed with the only part of the plane that did not somewhere catch fire? That's really inconvenient. Just like a little bit of this. Okay. Well then.
Shit! Hail!
Ouch! Ah. So
It's too strong. We can't get through.
the hail is okay. Well then. That's a very, very local hail, just in that spot. But okay. Nature does not want me to go here.
Molly and I snuck out to a party tonight. It was in full swing by the time we got there, meaning all the boys were bollocksed. Well, not all. We weren't there long when this beautiful lad hands me a beer and said his name was Colin. Oh, he was tall, with bright green eyes, and he wore neon-coloured runners. I asked him if it was his party. He shook his head and said that knew it was my party. Then he turned and waved his hand around like he was the great fucking Gatsby. And the first thing we saw was Stanley Whittaker throwing up in the kitchen sink. I laughed and said he could have his party back. And we blathered for a while and we were really getting on when Stanley Whittaker stumbled over and asked Colin if he ever wore those shoes outside. And before I could tell him to fuck off, Stanley asked Colin if he knew I was the daughter of Michael O'Shea. I felt my legs go numb. Colin couldn't get away from me fast enough.
Okay. So she's the daughter of a very, very prominent thug. Right? Okay. So. What now? The hail is too heavy. We need something to shield us from that. Probably. Possibly. God damn it. Okay. Some plane parts somewhere? Probably not. How about that way? Have I been there? No, I haven't. Let me just catch a little bit of warmth. Oh my god. His face freezes really, really quickly. That must be really annoying when you run around the snow and you just... Like that quick, look at that. That's annoying. Yeah. Hello? Warmth? Somewhere? Please? Oh god. Help! Oh shit. Okay, that's too far? That is too far to go? Okay, we're not gonna go there yet. How about, yeah. Why didn't we take, I just wanted to say, why didn't we take, the warm clothing from Santa? But yeah, because he was a dead guy. hanging there for quite some time. And the warm clothing, probably not that warm anymore. All frozen and shit. Until we got... Let's just take one of these. But yeah, we can't go really far without any warmth anywhere. So no heading out on ourselves on a great expedition or something. So, is there maybe something here that we missed? Okay, we can't go here. We can't go here. Everything frozen. Okay. What do we need? We need something to shield us from the hail. But where to get it is the question. Is there something?
Stanley can still surprise me, even after all this time. We drove out for a picnic at our tree by the ocean, but when we got there, Stanley pulled a guitar case out of the boot. I had no idea he played guitar. All afternoon we laid together in the grass under the tree while Stanley strummed and plucked away. It was grand. Then he told me to close my eyes. I told him he better not have any funny ideas. But he said he tried learning a new song just for me. After a few bars, it started to sound familiar. But I couldn't stop myself from kissing him before he could finish the song. I'll let him finish it for me someday.
Ah, well, they really got along. After they met with him vomiting into the kitchen sink. Birds! Birds! Fuck, birds! Alright, What? Oh shit. No, you're not getting me here. Fuck you. No. No little guy to eat for you today.